selection, factory certified installers, and a limited lifetime warranty. Call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599 right now and get 50% off installations with no interest and no payments for 12 months. Replace that old bathtub today with a walk-in. Over 15 years, it's time to remodel your bathroom. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599. 800-717-4599.
Anyone who has ever needed self-storage knows what a hassle it can be. You have to rent or borrow a truck and then find someone to help you move your stuff. And let's face it, moving furniture and heavy items without damaging them isn't easy. Renting the unit is worse. The hidden fees and admin costs are scarier than the dingy facilities you're leaving your stuff in. Why not use ClosetBox instead? ClosetBox is self-storage without leaving home. They'll pick up your belongings, store them securely, and bring any item back when you need it. The best part? Unlike traditional self-storage, you only pay for what you store. No paying for unused storage space. ClosetBox's background check storage movers are licensed, bonded, and insured and will take care of all of the heavy lifting. ClosetBox's local storage centers are temperature controlled and monitored 24/7. ClosetBox has an A+ rating from the BBB. Call 877-233-5696 now for the season's best rates. Get $50 off first month storage using code RADIO50. That's 877-233-5696. 877-233-5696.
You're listening to 1050 ESPN, your home for New York Islanders hockey. WEPN New York, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
This is SportsCenter.
Hello there. I'm Mark Robbins. Oh, we waited 5 days for the start of the World Series. Phillies at Houston, Game 1 Friday was worth that wait.
Doing a swing and a ball hit in the air to right field. Tucker going back. Tucker at the wall. Tucker jumps, and it is gone. It was into the stands and flies back out onto the field as something or someone hit it, but clearly into the seats and back onto the field. That is a home run for JT Realmuto.
And a 6-5 lead.
As something or someone hit it, but clearly into the seats and back onto the field. That is a home run for JT Realmuto.
And a 6-5 lead for the Phillies. And Showman on ESPN Radio. And the victory in 10 innings as the Phillies take Game 1 in Houston by that final of 6-5. Coming up a little bit later on today, well, it'll be Game 2 from Houston, 7 p.m. Eastern, for the coverage to begin on ESPN Radio. Now, in the NBA Friday, the Bucks beat the Knicks to improve to 4-0 on the season. Milwaukee's the only unbeaten team left in the NBA. Cleveland got 41 from Donovan Mitchell and Karis LeVert in an overtime win over the Celtics in Boston. And the Lakers remain winless after a 111-102 loss in Minneapolis to the T-Wolves. In the NHL, Logan Thompson, 29 saves for the Vegas Golden Knights, shutting out Anaheim 4-0. Same score for the Bruins over the Blue Jackets. Linus Ullmark with 30 saves for Boston. Coming up next on ESPN Radio, it's Darian Mel.
It is to this point the best sports weekend of the year with the World Series underway, the NBA and NHL in full swing, and of course all the football, college, and pro. This will be the place to talk it all over Monday. It's Greeny, starting 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
This is Darian Mel on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
The 1-1 now, swinging the ball, hits softly to shallow right. It's dropping, caught out in right by Nick Castellanos. Came sliding in shallow right field towards the line and made a diving catch to save the ball game for the Phillies.
Oh, it is a good Saturday morning to you, Darian Mel, ESPN Radio, ESPN app. Oh, Mel, I gotta be careful. Whew. Told you I came in this morning, my throat's all banged up, a little sore. I can't stress it as much as I just did right there. But my goodness, it's a good Saturday morning for you. You just heard the great voice of Dan Shulman, ESPN Radio, on the call there. You know what this is. It's a Saturday morning. You know, Dari and Mel, ESPN Radio, always presented by Progressive Insurance. Going to spend a whole bunch of time on the day in college football, some NFL chatter as well. But you got to start with Game 1 of the World Series. And Nick Castellanos last night with a remarkable catch in right with Jose Altuve on second base that would have won the game for the Astros after the Phillies had battled back from 5-0 down through 3. And then in the 10th inning, you heard it right before we came on, JT Realmuto with the home run. And Philadelphia comes all the way back from 5-0 down to win Game 1. What a start for the Fightin' Phils.
Yeah, and a shocker if you're obviously an Astro fan. The Astros get a 5-0 lead, Verlander on the mound. You think this is over. This is going to be one of those rocking chair games, and it just didn't turn out to be that way. And you think about what happened late with the catch and then the home run, but just to get to that point, we got a 5-0 lead against a Hall of Famer who has struggled mightily World Series. He's yet to have a World Series win. He's got an ERA over 6, but you still think, okay, this is going to be his night. He's rolling, through 3. There's no way if you're the Houston Astros, we're losing this baseball game. We're going to have a 1-0 lead, maybe 2-0. We got to go to Philly, fine. But then have the Phillies, who seem to have that magic going right now, and they showed it last night again, and in a variety of ways. So just to come back from the way they did, and then have the catch, then have the home run, everything fell into place.
Unreal. This is a team with 6th seed in the National League against the almighty Astros. This is, I can't decide. I don't love either one of these teams, Mom, and I'm just kind of curious here. Who are you rooting for? I think I'm rooting for the Phillies. I'm torn. Yes, I still hate the Astros. I still hold the cheating thing against the Astros. I don't care who steals signs. I don't care who bangs trash. Well, I do. I clearly care who bangs trash cans. I'm holding them accountable, and I can't root for them. They've become my least favorite team in professional sports, probably. But I love Dusty Baker. So I'm completely torn on this here. I want Dusty to get a ring. Last night was not a good start for Dusty to get the ring. First of all, who are you rooting for? Second of all, what did you think of his decision to go with a starter, Luis Garcia, over Ryan Stanek or Hunter Brown?
Well, let's go back to what you were talking about. I'd say get over it, number one, because a lot of baseball, if you're going to pick up the Astros, you're going to hate the Astros, because you can hate a lot of different teams for all the different things that are going on in baseball over the last X amount of years. Sorry if you're going to get into that. You're going to hold them to a certain standard. Why not hold other teams to a certain standard that you're holding the Astros to? But in terms of that, I'd say, I said last week when we did the show, I said I was rooting for the Astros and the Phillies, and they're both here. Standings, just get in. That's what we talked about with